Hi, precious ones. Welcome once again to our YouTube channel. Are you happy today? I am so happy. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice. Let's be glad in it. And I always emphasize in all things, give thanks. In everything, give thanks. Sometimes things don't go the way we planned, the way we wanted them to go, but understand in all things, just give thanks. Just give thanks to God, okay? Yep. I'd like to thank all my subscribers. Thank you so much. My subscribers, my viewers, who else? Those who those who like liking the video, those who like commenting, those who like sharing the video, and those who are coming again. So thank you. That's very cool and great of you. And if you're new to this channel, I thought to tell you my name is Beautiful Flow and this is our channel. So we talk about different things whenever I have an opportunity to sit, relax and talk. I'm talking something that can be of help to you and something that I want to express myself on this platform. So you're welcome. What do I usually talk about? Health. Health. Our health is very vital. I give tips on different things. That tips and advice, sometimes they go hand in hand. It depends also on what I want to talk about. It just depends. Some life lessons as well, and many more. So you can find anything you want to find on this channel. And in case you have questions and you'd like me to expand more about it, of course, you're welcome to ask your question. Like I said, I like saying like I said. Anyways, sometimes I get people who comment not on this video, but they would come to tell me later on. So somebody asked me, why do I often put this thing? So this is a story for another day. It's a very long story, but I'm just gonna tell you what I put here. Okay, this is called silicone scar. This is called, I don't know if you can see. It's called, and you can see my mouth. Yeah, this is how we usually teach. So I don't have to teach like this. You need to see my mouth. Anyway, so this is silicone scar. Let's do it again. So this is silicone scar gel sheets. Yeah, and it has a lot of benefits and it's there for a purpose. But I'm telling you, this will be a story for another day. Okay? Yeah, today I'd like to talk about something. And let me start off by saying this. Do you sometimes feel tired, as in extremely tired, and you find it so hard for you to concentrate? Probably you feel like you are depressed. Have you been in that state before? Or you're not feeling like you find that you've been getting too much sleep. Well, this can happen to someone and it can happen to you once in a while, and there are things that causes that, and that's what I'd like to talk about today. So you might have heard about this word and it's kind of clinical words, but these are things that you need to pay attention to because it's all about your well-being. When you talk about health, your mental and physical well-being is part of this. Okay, so today we want to talk about your mental health, but this time mental breakdown. Yes, mental breakdown, it's a period whereby an overwhelming stress affects you. It can be for days, for months, for whatever, but that mental breakdown, if you don't pay attention to it, you would think it's normal and you'll continue to live just the way you've been living without seeking help or without finding solution for your problem. Okay, so those are the things that I would like to share with you today. Let's find out what these are. So if you're able to catch the signs earlier enough, then they might not grow beyond control, because there are things that when they grow beyond control, there's nothing much you can do Okay, but now these are signs that you can always pay attention to. Okay, maybe it's you, you're going through that, or it's somebody you know and you can offer help. And in case it's you, you can seek help as well. And these are things that maybe sometimes you don't pay much attention. Okay, but when they get out of hand, it's when you're like, oh. But before it gets out of hand, let's just look at few signs that can lead or show that can lead to mental breakdown. So, my number one on this list is you sleep too much or you sleep too little. Yes, actually, it's one sign. It's a sign of mental breakdown. Because let me give an example. Let me give an example. Wow, I've said two things here, but it's my number one point. You know, there are times where we tend to sleep too much. It could be maybe, um, hmm, which reasons are you thinking about? Yeah, maybe you overworked yourself and you just need rest. Or maybe you've been working through the weekdays, and then on a weekend you want to take a good sleep and you want to sleep long hours. Or, yeah, okay. In some cases, yes, that's okay and it's allowed. But now this is just continuous experience. You just remember this was not your usual pattern. You're not that kind of a person who would spend a lot of time just sleeping. But now it's happening. You are spending a lot of time sleeping. And it's not just once, it's not twice, it's like every other day. Okay? So that's why I'm saying this, when you notice that was not your sleeping pattern and now suddenly you realize that you're sleeping too much, it's a sign of something. And that sign is mental breaking down. And mental breaking down, we've just said that this is now like an overwhelming stress that you can be going through maybe for a period of time. Okay, and if you don't manage stress, it will continue and continue until it becomes beyond control. Now, on this other part, you don't sleep too much or you lack sleep. Some people refer to it as insomnia. But let me tell you, yeah, for some people, it's true. That has been their sleeping pattern for a very long time. But if that has not been your sleeping pattern, then suddenly you realize you cannot sleep. It means it's communicating something. It's communicating mental breakdown. Okay. So what you now have to do is look for solution. Look for solution. For someone who is kind of sleeping too much, every other day, then what you can do is try and seek help or manage your stress. Manage those things that are stressing you. You now try also to think and have some factors like, actually, that's a very huge topic, but I'm not going to say much on that. But you can seek help, okay? So that you get to find out, or somebody can help you how to manage stress. If you don't learn how to manage stress, then where are you going to mental breakdown? Okay? All right. Now, this is the part still, let's say, this is the part still of not sleeping. What you can do, let's say now you realize that you're not able to sleep, or you can't sleep so quickly, or you can't fall asleep easily. Then most people, what they tend to do is they spend time maybe watching a movie, maybe watching TV, something on TV, or just spending time on their mobile phone. You're not helping yourself. Okay, yeah, you're not helping yourself. So maybe how can you help yourself? In this case, helping yourself now is when you know it's time to go to bed, although this time people don't follow sleeping pattern. But what you can help yourself is just have a time whereby you know it's time for you to go to bed. And when it's that time, what you can do is no TV, no internet, no mobile phone, those things aside. If you just need something to like wind up your day, what you can do is just grab a book, grab a newspaper, grab a magazine, and a cup of tea or hot chocolate or something warm, so that when you're reading, your mind is now cool, relaxed, and you're able to sleep easily. Then, if you find yourself sleeping too much, maybe it could be also that during the day you did a lot of intense activities, you know. So, this is also a point now to or try to choose some less intense activities. Because if you choose less intense activities, yeah, I think it's good for you, for your health. Okay? All right. That was my number one. Number two, you show a sign of depression or anxiety. Now, maybe you feel tensed all the time, or you feel dizzy, or suddenly you just start crying for no good reason. Has it happened to you? Not that, let me tell you. Okay, I have to pause here. Okay. There are times where when you look what God has done to you for you, you are overwhelmed and you can't just help it but shed tears because you're trying to remember how far you've come and where God has brought you and where you are. So at that moment you can break down, but now this is whereby you just, for no good reason, you're not even pondering on the goodness of the Lord. You're not even in pain. You just start crying for no good reason, or you just feel dizzy suddenly. This is communicating. Or maybe you feel that intentional emotion like guilt. All this, they just piled up stress. All this, when they pile up, they lead to mental breakdown. So those are now effects. Okay, these are now signs. These signs are now showing off that, oops, there's something that, yes, you have overwhelming stress. Okay, my number three, brain fog. Let me tell you, you know what fog is, yeah? So now when I'm talking about now brain and fog, these are now symptoms that they're related to inability to think. Yeah, there's such a thing as that. There are times, you need to observe yourself and know when you are observing some changes, or you're now observing things that they're not your norm, they're not part of your pattern. Then you need to take note of such things and seek help. So now the brain fog, it's now whereby there are symptoms related to your inability to think. Not that you cannot think about something, but that moment when you can't think, or that period of time when you just find it so hard for you to think, perhaps you find it hard also to concentrate. You can't concentrate on something. You are distracted all the time. I mean, it's not once, it's not twice, it's just all the time. Or you just feel extremely disoriented or undecideful memory loss. It's communicating, hey, 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 mental breakdown, do something, seek help. Yes. Yeah, another thing that I don't know now in number four, poor hygiene. Yeah, now if you are neglecting your personal hygiene, it's communicating. It's communicating. Let me say something here. In Kenya, since June, it has been extremely cold, and everybody is complaining about the weather. Everyone is saying, "Oh, it's very cold." Some people, they're saying they can't even like wash their hands, or they can't even touch cold water. There are people who are saying that, and truly speaking, there are people who've not even showered um since June. Now we're in August, September. Yeah, now we're in September. And their excuse is the weather. I mean, that shouldn't be an excuse. That should communicate something. There's something beyond the cold. Because, the those are many days without refreshing, without taking care of your personal hygiene. So it's trying to communicate something. When you neglect your personal hygiene, it's communicating mental breakdown. Yes. That's You also feel that you don't have energy to take care of yourself, as in to take care of yourself. You don't have energy. You're not sick, but you just feel you don't have energy to take care of yourself. It's communicating mental breakdown, and it's real. It's real. It's happening. Okay? Yeah, so lack of hygiene, it's linked to ongoing depression. There's ongoing depression going on. I don't have to tell you, or somebody doesn't have to tell you, they are depressed. There are those who can really tell you, but these are also signs that you can tell, I think this person, he or she is depressed. And if there's something you can do about it, just help them so that they can come out of that situation. Because it's a situation, and solution can be found. Okay. Yep. So take care of yourself, take care of your body. But if you just notice suddenly and now excuses weather, even aside weather, there are people who it's so hard for them to take care of their physical body. Yeah, so just to let you know, it's communicating mental breakdown. There's just some overwhelming stress that you're going through, which is not good for you. And that's why it's just crying, help, help. Yeah, and while it's doing that, it's affecting you. Okay. Now this takes me to point number 5. You find yourself you withdraw from social events and friends. Human beings, they need socialization. When this is compromised, our mental health can pay the price. Yeah, that's true. Try to get back to socialization just slowly by slowly. I know you might have reached a point whereby friends have disappointed you, families have disappointed you, and you're like, I don't think I have a friend in this world, or I don't think I'm gonna be make friends again, or you're in a relationship, it didn't go so well, and like, I don't think I'll ever get into a relationship, or those kind of excuse you give because one thing happened. Then you try to isolate yourself. It's not actually healthy. It's communicating, hey, 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 hey. So just try slowly by slowly, get back. Okay. Socialization, you can make new friends. It's okay, it's allowed. You can make a call to people you love. Okay. You can also talk to family members, talk to some acquaintance, can as well become friends. Okay. Yeah, so just try your best not to distance yourself from social events and friends. Okay. Yep. Well, another sign is difficult breathing. You need to pay attention to how you breathe. So that if you notice that you're not breathing your usual normal pattern, it's communicating. Yes, it is. Maybe you are breathing, maybe you find tightness in your chest, or maybe you feel that quick, rapid breathing and it's not usual. So you have to pay attention to your breathing. There are people who, yeah, they have these respiratory diseases, and sometimes they can also breathe differently than usual. So that's why we all need to pay attention to our breathing because it communicates. It communicates. Let's now give an example. Have you ever tensed? Yes. Or I'm talking about breathing, okay? And let's say you've done intense exercise. How do you breathe? So you see, this breathing pattern happens differently based on what we're doing or based on what is going inside. So now let's say you feel tensed. That's a feeling from inside. Maybe somebody just scared you, and suddenly how you started to breathe is quite different from how you usually breathe. So that's why paying attention to your breathing pattern, it's very important. So that will help you to know what caused me to breathe this unusual way. Okay. And it's one thing that you can actually seek help. You can actually seek help. You know, yep. So don't allow stress to have the best of you. Don't. Okay. Then number 7, yeah? Are we number 7? When you feel physical pain, and this physical pain is consistent. Let me give an instance. Headache. If you have headache for a very long time, many days, many months, it's communicating, girl. It's communicating. It's telling you, yes, you're being overwhelmed by stress. So you need to find out, get to the root of it so that you can solve it. It doesn't have to be just head only, it could be also something else. Maybe, yeah, something else. Okay, but this is just pain from the body. It's communicating. So pay attention to that. I've seen someone, actually, I know of someone who passed on because they complained of headache. Just headache alone. And that's how they went to be with the Lord. Okay? Yeah, so pay attention to different things that are happening to your body, and you get solution, find help. When you are severely stressed, as in just too much, sometimes you can also feel it in your physical body. So I can say the physical stress catch up with you. Mm. Because you're too much stressed, then the physical stress will catch up with you. That's now the headache, continuous headache. It's just like you're trying to take what do you normally call them? You try to take painkillers. Sorry. You try to take painkillers, or you try to take other antibiotics, but still, yeah, it's communicating, okay? So get to the root of it. Just try and see what is disturbing you and things that you can do, or just go and seek help, okay? And lastly, find yourself eating too much or too little. I know most people are guilty of this. When you find yourself eating too much or too little, it's communicating, hey, 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 beautiful flow, you need help. Okay, there's some stress that I think they're quite overwhelming to you. So they are communicating. Okay. Stress hormone, they cause you to eat too much. And again, here, let me just clarify. There are people who naturally they eat a lot. Naturally. And they've been eating a lot since. Yeah. But now, if you know your eating pattern, and suddenly you realize you want to eat too much. I'm not talking about pregnant women. Of course, you see, because they're pregnant, now there's that appetite to eat a lot. There are hormones that are produced in them, of course, and they're eating for two. So that's why they have to eat too much, okay? They are exempted. But now, this case, I'm talking about you. You're not pregnant, or maybe you're a male there, or you're just female, and you find yourself you're just eating too much. That was not your eating habit, but just suddenly it's communicating. There's something that you're going through just beyond you eating too much. Okay. Or some people eat too much so that they forget stress or what's going on in them and with them. But it's not, you can seek help, okay? We can seek help. So that's why I'm just telling you, We are now identifying signs, some signs that you need to, hey. Don't just assume, okay? Yeah, and when you talked about eating too little, same thing. You're so stressed up, you don't even feel like eating anything, okay? It will lead to mental breakdown, and it's not a good state to be, okay? So remember, everything has a solution in this world, and there's nothing new in this world, okay? So you can always seek help, get to know how you can also learn how to manage stress in life. Challenges are always there. Challenges are there, okay? And people are there as well. People can disappoint you here and there, but life goes on. So don't allow some things to be quite overwhelming to you, all right? Yeah, take care of yourself so that you don't reach this point of mental breakdown. It has a lot of worse thing. So, like I emphasize, don't let stress get the best of you. Okay? So thank you so much, viewers, for watching this video till the end. If it was of great help to you, please thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Comment as well. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Okay? And feel free to share this video to as many people as you can. And if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? As in, what? Where are you? What are you waiting for? Subscribe to this channel, okay? All right. Till we meet again.